to rock and roll, baby?
Going out, let's do it.
Let's do it. So, we're gonna start off, he's gonna put those wraps on you here. You're gonna take off your bag. Just to warm up, we're gonna do some tire flips here, get the heart pumping, and we're gonna add on some other stuff to it. Work on some strength, some core strength and condition.
Okay.
Diego there, put those wraps on you, we'll get ready to go. Push it forward. Push. Good. Breathe. Now let's go right here.
Hey!
Push, baby. Outstanding.
Dale! Go! Vamos! Eso, that's one! Go! Hey!
You got 2 more in you, brother. You got 2 more in you, master. Dale. Push it. There it is. Good. Hey, you got it. Come on. Good work. Nice work. Come on.
About your background, I know you're a U.S. Marines veteran. Like, how long were you in and how you transitioned to SWAT, MMA trainer?
Pretty much, I started teaching when I was in the Marine Corps. I did 4 years in the Marine Corps. I started as a firearms instructor there, and also a MMA instructor of their MAC program. I started doing weightlifting at the age of 17, and when I got out, I went straight into law enforcement. And I've been training in mixed martial arts and defensive tactics, also in strength conditioning or combat athlete training, we would call it, which is sport specific for either law enforcement officers or military personnel. Now, that's dedicated more towards the strength aspect of it, right? Talking about explosive training, power training, and just being able to functionally do all these movements, still having enough endurance, still having enough physical agility to defend yourself or your partner in any combat situation or law enforcement, use of force situation.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your nationality?
I'm Cuban.
Cuban. Are you born and raised in Miami?
Yes, I was born here, raised in Miami. Pretty much been here my whole life. I was in the Marines, so I
Motivation to go into law enforcement.
pretty much when you get out of the Marines, you're that's pretty much all you know. So at the end of the day, that was my only choice, and it was what I was good at. Shooting and mixed martial arts and fighting. I've been doing MMA since I was 5 years old, so it's been about 30 years now.
Very impressive. You got out the military and you just excelled like that.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that easy. I wish it was. Yeah, it was, when you first get out, it's a hard transition. And for all military veterans, they know how it is. It's very hard. You don't have anything when you get out. So you have to start your life all over again. It's a hustle. You know, I did a lot of security work and bodyguard work, executive protection work when I first got out, and then you know I transferred, went into corrections, and then from there into law enforcement. You know, and in law enforcement, I also a firearms instructor, defensive tactics instructor, and I've been in SWAT most of my career. So you know, it's pretty much what I've been doing for the last 18 years.
Miami SWAT for the last 18 years?
Yeah. I'm not city of Miami SWAT, but I am a city in Miami, the largest city in Miami other than the city of Miami. So, can't really talk about which one it is.
Okay.
So I just said.
How does your style of training help with SWAT? Do you train some of the SWAT guys as well?
Correct. Yes, I train SWAT and I train regular law enforcement. I train regular military as well, and I have my own company. That's obviously it's called Real World Tactical.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Real World Tactical.
Real World Tactical is my personal company that dedicates in tactical training, firearms, but it also encompasses a lot of what most other instructors don't do. It encompasses high intensity interval training during the firearms training that you are actually doing. I teach mainly civilians for the present moment. I'm going to be transitioning over to more military style training. Probably by 2016, hopefully. What it does is you learn to understand that you can still shoot and still do a lot of things in the firearms world while your heart rate is at 185, 190 beats per minute. And during an actual engagement, that's what your heart rate is going to be at 180, 185, 190. So if you can get someone that's never shot a gun before, teach them the fundamentals of shooting, and then get them to where they're shooting and hitting a target at 185, 190 beats per minute, then and you can do that in one day, and you've accomplished and taught them the true way of how to shoot a gun and the proper fundamentals and how to do it under stress or under duress. And
very interesting. With my style of training, I focus on a lot of mental transformation, mental focus. So can you tell me a little bit of how you tap into people's mental to make sure that they don't like go crazy under chaos and they remain
focused.
Focused.
All the training that I do is very controlled. So I judge by my experience. I judge each and every student. In my classes I don't have large amount of students. I usually keep it 10 to 12 students, and it's 2 instructors. So I'm able to control each and every student when they're under duress or under traumatic, whether they're breathing hard and hyperventilating, all that stuff. I'm there with them the whole entire time, coaching them through. So I'm able to maintain their focus and maintain their what they need to do. And then if I see them struggling or I see them going through a hard time, then I get them back on track. I tell them to focus again, and then bring them back down to where they need to be. Now, that doesn't mean they're not huffing and puffing, but you can still huff and puff, and you can still heart rate going, but your mind is in control. Because your mind is what dictates on your actions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't let it get to a point where they're just, they're fully exhausted. So if I have a 40-year-old male, I'm going to push him to his threshold. It's not the same threshold that a 25-year-old male has. 25-year-old male, I can push him a little bit harder. So it is catered to each and every person, so to make it, so everybody can enjoy it, not just,
Sounds like training everybody can go through, because a lot of people fold under stress.
Correct.
So,
and at the end of the day, when they see what they can do under that stress factor, under under breathing hard, under their heart rate, they feel an accomplishment. They realize that, I have some people that they actually come to the course, they have never touched a gun before, and by the end of the day, they realize all these things they just accomplished in this day, and it's incredible, where they can shoot now, running and shooting, and then they fight before they shoot, and they do all these different things, and they're still hitting the target, so they come out of there with this sense, and obviously you get a certificate at the end of the course. To graduate to level 2, because I have 3 different levels, let's say handgun and carbine, to graduate to the next level, they have to pass an actual exam before they can go to level 2, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that's another added benefit. What I'm saying? They feel like accomplished when they pass an exam, and so forth.
That's great. Everything you spoke about right now, I feel like it can be implemented in different aspects of life. Somebody may come into the gym and be, they get afraid, or they lose control over under pressure. But then you train them how to stay focused, and then they can take that and implement that in all the aspects of their life. That's one of the things I love about training. So
definitely. Yeah, the mentality, the mental process is probably the most important tool that we all have. I always tell people the proper mindset to do what we do, to come in here and train and give 150% every single time you come in here, is the key, is the goal. You're gonna feel pain, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna sweat, sometimes you're gonna bleed, but it's understanding that your mind can pass through all those things. It's whether or not you're willing to push the limits, push it past farther what you can do. That's the only way that you're going to see what you're capable of, what your body's capable of. And I always tell all of my students and all of the people that I train, I go, you're limitless. There's nothing you can't do. Set your mind to it and push yourself. You do it the right way with proper technique, with proper form, and you just do the diet you're supposed to do in these things. You're going to be able to accomplish so much more than you ever thought possible. And then you see it in the transformations. Where people lose 30, 40 pounds in 2 or 3 weeks. Where people, they go in bench press, they go up 40, 50 pounds. Why? Because they dedicated 100% of everything they had. Their whole soul into it, their whole, their will, everything they had.
You're a great motivator. What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? Wow. You know what? It's gotten to the point already where in my life, training is my job. It's, so I love what I do. So they say if you love what you do, it's not really your job.
Right.
A lot of people ask me, say, well, how can you go to the gym? Yeah, second nature. How do you go to the gym 5, 6 times a week? Why? Because it's already embedded in my mind that I have to wake up, and not going to the gym is not part of my curriculum. That's part of my day. If you understand that and you like it, obviously you have to like it and you have to love it. If you don't love it, then it's not for you. But if you love something and you make it just like a job, even though you're not getting paid for it, then you understand that the good times, the bad times, whatever time it is, you gotta go, regardless. When you get there, 50% is out of the way. Once you get there, you step into the gym. And the other 50% is giving 100%. Are you going to be able to give 100% every time? No, you're not, because you're going to be tired and be exhausted. But you win. That's the key right there. You stepped in that gym and you went, and even if you did 3 or 4 sets, you did something. If you wouldn't have gone, you would have done nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just getting there. Once you get there, you take whatever you got to take, pre-workout, something to give you a little bit of energy, boom, and you hit it, and you kill it for the day. And you crush it.
Very inspiring. I myself, as a U.S. military veteran, I've been training for a while, I've been training others, but you highly motivate me, and it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Look forward to going through the training.
Definitely. Awesome. All right.
Perfect.
Cut.